Murli invested a sum of money which became 19,500 in 5 years at 6% per annum simple interest. We have to find out the sum of money invested by Murli. Now first write down whatever values are given. Now this is saying he had invested sum of money and which became 19,500 in 5 years. That means this is the amount that has been calculated after that he paid after 5 years. So 19,500 is the amount he paid. So you write down amount is equal to 19,500. The time is given in years, which is 5 years. The rate of interest charged was 6% per annum, right? And we have to find the sum. Now sum here represents the principal. So we have to find out the principal invested. Okay. As we can start with the simple interest, but for finding out the simple interest, we need to find out the principal only. So what should we do? The value that is to be found, let us start assuming that first. Do not start with simple interest. Why? Because simple interest again will be requiring your value of principal. So first of all, let us assume some value of principal. That would be, let principal be rupees X. Now I have assumed the principal to be rupees X. Now I can calculate my simple interest. My simple interest would be PRT upon 100. This is equal to P is X. Rate of interest charge was 6%. The time is 5 years. Whole upon 100. So I get this as 6 5s are 30x upon 100. I do have some common factors in them. So I'll divide them with 10 both and I land up with 3x upon 10. So my simple interest comes out to be 3x upon 10. But that doesn't solve my problem. I needed to find out the principal. So what will I do? Now you can please have a look at the question here. I have used time and rate, right? But I have not used the value of amount up till now. Now this amount can be used now to find out the principal. How come? We know that the amount is always equal to principal plus simple interest. So what we can do? We will place the value for amount, that is 19,500. We will place the value of P that we had assumed, which was X, plus the calculated value of simple interest, which was 3x over 10. So we will write it over here and we can solve this equation further, which would be equal to 19,500 equal to, taking the LCM, giving you 10x plus 3x. Now on solving this, we get 19,500 equal to 13x upon 10. Now you can cross multiply both of them because nothing can be solved any further. So on cross multiplication, we get 19,500 into 10, which will be this, equal to 13x. Now x will come out equal to 195,000 divided with 13. Because I am calculating x, that means what was the assumed value of x? It was p only. So whatever be the value of x will be my value for p. We can continue solving it further and this would give us the value of x to be equal to, when we divide it, that will give us the value for principal and that would be 13 ones as 13. We are left with, let's just cut it over here only. 13 ones as 13. What is 19 minus 13? That gives you 7 again, 6 again. So you have 65 and we know 13 5s as 65. So you add 3 zeros as it is. That means the value of x comes out to be 15,000. But as we know, x was assumed to be my principal. So what is the principal invested by Murli? The principal invested by Murli will be equal to rupees 15,000. So that is how you can calculate the principal that is to be found. That was about the first question. Now let us move on to the second question over here, where we are asking that Neha has borrowed a sum of rupees 5,000. Now the 5,000 rupees is the sum, that is the principal given to us. Next is that she is going to pay rupees 1950, that is 1,950. and as interest. So this means this is the interest paid by her after 6 1/2 years. 6.5 years is my time period. So what am I supposed to find out? The last remaining part, that is the rate of interest. So how do we calculate rate of interest? Simple enough. Let us write down all the values given. The principal is given to us as rupees 5,000. The interest that has been given to us is rupees 1950. The time period is also given to us as 6 1/2 years, which can be simplified and written as 2 6 are 12 plus 1, 13 upon 2 years, and we have to find out the rate. Can you think of any formula which has all the four quantities in them? Yes, we do have, and which is simple interest equal to PRT upon 100. Let us place the values. 1950 is the simple interest, equal to what is the principal? 5,000 is the principal. Let us assume the value of R to be X % per annum. So I'll write the place in the place of R as X. What is my time period? The time period is 13 upon 2 and whole divided with 100. So let us simplify it further. We get 1950 equal to 5,000 multiplied with X multiplied with 13 whole divided with 100. Now this 2 gets multiplied with this 100 in the denominator. We will solve this further. So before moving on, we can simplify it here also. That is, now you get 50 into X into 13 upon 2. Let us continue further. We get 1950 equal to 50 into X into 13 whole divided with 2. Still, the numerator can be simplified further. What is 13 5s are? 5 3s are 15 and 1, 65. You add a 0, X. So we get 650X upon 2 equal to 1950. We can continue solving this by taking the cross multiplication. We get 2 into 1950 gives you 2 zeros are 0, 2 5s are 10 and 1, 2 9s are 18 and 1, 19 and 1, 2 1s are 2, 3. 3900 equal to 650 over 650 into X. Now X would come out to be equal to 3900 over 650. We can cut it and we can try and solve it. I know that let's try 65 6 times. 6 5s are 30 and 3, 6 6 are 36 and 3, 390. So we know 65 6 times is 390. That means the value of X comes out to be 6. And what was the assumed? Why have we assumed value of X? We had assumed it to be the rate of interest. So my rate of interest was assumed to be X. Therefore, I get the rate of interest charged as 6% per annum because it was the value for X. So I have got my answer for rate of interest as 6% per annum.